Hello and welcome back to another video. Last episode I was telling you about the voluminous, oversized, exaggerated silhouettes that I like to wear and the creative details that I like to make sure are in the garments that I welcome and keep in my wardrobe. This week I'm talking about how on top of that I also applied style tips and the 3-word method, which is likely the most obvious, in your face, spoken about all the time, overused topic for videos and TikToks and Instagram Reels. The 3-word method is everywhere. And I'll be honest with you, for a very long time, because of my background, being a designer, being a stylist, I used to work in commercial fashion and I can style up a bunch of looks, give me a brief, give me some items, I can make looks from nothing, I understand proportion. I'm not trying to talk myself up here, I'm just saying that I assumed that this didn't apply to me, that I didn't need this knowledge because I've done this stuff professionally. Turns out I'm not a personal stylist and it's very difficult for me to be a personal stylist to myself. And I've gone through loads of highs and lows, and thus this series of videos where I'm talking to you about how I've further defined and rediscovered my own personal style. My 3 words are exaggerated, classic, and modern. I fell upon exaggerated obviously because, as I told you in the previous video, I like exaggerated silhouettes. It was a no-brainer to me that all the things in my wardrobe are generally pretty oversized and have their own shape and proportion outside of what my body makes them do. For the 2nd word, I went with classic, and that was also obvious because I really only own jeans, shirts, blazers, dresses, skirts, and all of these are fairly classic silhouette. I don't have anything that is like a halter neck beaded dress or a ruched mini dress. Items that just aren't classic, let's say. Trend-led pieces or pieces that may be very specific to a time or specific to a certain look or a certain style. I generally tend to stick to classic items. And then I went with modern because I definitely feel like I'm forward thinking, and items that are modern generally tend to be modern in a way forever. If they're clean and minimal and designed really well, modernity can really live for a long time, and I feel like the things that are in my wardrobe now I either will have for a long time or I have had for a long time. So those are my 3 words, and I thought I will show you how I use those to put together looks. Now, along with the 3 words, I wanted to go one step further. I watch a lot of content from Tibby and their Instagram live sessions that they do once a week. They have 3 words that describe what they call a creative pragmatist. I do feel like I subscribe to that way of thinking as well. They use chill, modern, and classic. Then they also have a thing called a modifier, which is very specific to the person. What is that extra little bit of spice that you pop in there to make it feel more like you? I couldn't decide on one. I decided to go with a mood. Generally, I feel 3 kind of ways, or I'm in 3 moods going throughout my week. I'm either feeling chill and relaxed and calm and ready for some downtime. So that would be on my weekends and when I'm generally quite happy. The flip side of that is a bad day where I'm feeling really down. Maybe I'm bloated, maybe I've got period things going on, maybe I'm just tired, I didn't have a good sleep, maybe I'm stressed out, maybe it's a bad wardrobe day, I just don't know what to wear and I feel like I can't put an outfit together, there's too much going on in my head. The last mood is feeling powerful, bold, energetic, my best self. So that's generally how I'd like to show up for work on the regular, or how I'd like to go out if I'm gonna have a party or a meeting or an event. For the shirts that I do, I'm hanging on to this Tibby top that I mentioned in the last video because I'm going to start there. The look that I showed then, I am gonna adapt and change using my 3 words, but adapt and change it to fit with my different moods and how I know my mood changes throughout the week. a lot of the pieces that I love tend to be my three words within themselves. So they'll be exaggerated, classic, and modern. This is pretty classic. It's basically the shape of a white t-shirt, a long sleeve white t-shirt. It's exaggerated. It's got exaggerated design in the curve, and it is modern because it feels fresh, it feels new, it feels forward thinking. And when I'm putting looks together, I like to at least have one piece that encapsulates all those words, and then obviously think about the rest of the outfit. So if I was going to adapt this look from last week, I had the blazer, I had this top, and I had my fabulous Jill Sander mules on. I'm going to switch this around for my casual, homey day where I just want to feel happy and maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I'm open to anything. I'm dressed enough to go out, but I'm also chill enough to be at home. Just general old me. If you watch some of my previous videos, I had mentioned that one of my aspirational things is to be a little bit more beachy, a little bit more carefree and summery in my style. That is something I'm trying to do in my downtime, and that really ties in my lifestyle, being that I live on water, on a boat, and all that type of thing. You get it. So I switched out that top with the shoulder pad tee. You've seen this one before. It's casual, it's comfy, but it's exaggerated. It's a classic t-shirt and it's modern in silhouette. It's not too fitted. I like the length of the sleeve. It feels like it's got a modern point of view. Keeping the jeans on, but instead of having the leather mule, just going with a basic flip-flop. I love a big voluminous trouser with something as simple as a teeny tiny flip-flop. Tying into my casual, beachy, laid-back vibe, I've got a cool little overshirt. This is a camo khaki one. It's actually reversible, so you can go with the camo side or the more khaki side. I'm actually going to go with the more plain color. I'm not one for too many prints. So I've got the shoulder pad tee, I've got my oversized jeans with the creative detailing in here that make them feel classic but modern. I've got two pieces that are really carrying the look for me and that involve my three words. To bring in some personality, I'm going to pop on a little green necklace. I made this one with beads that I just bought off the internet. Finishing off with some sunglasses. I even put my three words into these. Classic shape. They're really square and pretty standard. Exaggerated. They've got this very wide arm on the side and I feel like they're modern. I feel like the clear green is quite a modern colorway for a pair of sunglasses. Feel sloppy. I don't want to just throw caution to the wind and totally forget who I am and not put any effort in. What can I wear that's going to make me feel supported throughout the day but allow me to also wallow a bit in feeling a bit low or unwell or tired or whatever, you know? I am putting on a white shirt. When in doubt, go super classic. This is a men's white shirt. It's great. It's got cool little pocket details that I think make it feel quite modern. So we're covering that word there. It's got that modern classic vibe going on. What this really does makes me not have to think about what I'm putting on. I know I'm going to look good and feel fresh in a white shirt, but it's super comfortable. I don't have a layer on underneath here because I'm gonna bring back my black Tibby blazer. This is essentially like wearing a very big cozy blanket made out of Italian wool suiting. Because I don't want to wear a heel, I don't want to wear a shoe that's gonna slip on and off, I'm gonna go in with a sneaker. It's quite rare for me to wear a sneaker, but if I'm gonna go in with one, it's one that again has my three words in it. This pair of Converse has this exaggerated sort of rubber base welt. It's got that on it and it's classic because it's Converse. You don't really get more classic than Converse, and it's modern. I like the colorway. I like that it's got a touch of green. I like that it's a little bit different, a little bit original. It's really giving. On days when I get it wrong, I look down at myself and think, you know what? You weren't feeling great, you were tired when you woke up this morning, but you still put on a ridiculous shoe. Just put on the sneaker. But make sure you pair it with a fresh white shirt that makes you feel like yourself, your favorite oversized blazer that brings the confidence, but it's working with the mood that you're in. It It is kind of a lot to figure out, but definitely worth it. And as this little 3 outfit shindig that I've shown, it also just shows how little you need if you get those pieces really right, because you'll want to rewear them and restyle them in a multitude of ways, and they'll never feel boring because they're on the money of exactly how you want to feel. When in doubt, when all the noise outside is sort of throwing you off course, rewear and record. Take note of your outfits, take pics, if almost by force. Whether you're getting it right or you're getting it wrong, I think you're going to see it. That's definitely what I did and how I figured out how to use the advice from the experts. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video. I love having you guys here, and I hope that you are feeling inspired and finding some things to relate to. If you are, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you for another video soon.